Chosen one, listen closely, because what I'm about to reveal will shake the very foundation of your life. 99% of people have no idea what's coming. They can't see the hidden energies, the secret betrayals, the people pretending to support them while secretly wishing them failure. But you are different. Your intuition is awake. Your spirit is ready. On November 30th, the truth that has been hidden for too long will finally rise. Enemies will be exposed. Pretenders will fall. Opportunities will appear. And your life will never be the same again. Comment below if you're ready to see the truth and claim the blessings God is revealing. Don't scroll past this, because this message is for the chosen ones who are prepared to witness what most will never understand. In the days leading into November 30th, something in the atmosphere around you begins to change. It's subtle at first, a shift so quiet that most people would overlook it. But you aren't most people. You are spiritually sensitive, divinely protected, and deeply intuitive. You feel things before they happen. You sense the truth before it's spoken. And long before the exposure arrives, your spirit begins whispering the warning. You start noticing that certain individuals, people you once felt safe with, people you trusted, people you shared moments with, no longer feel the same. Their presence no longer brings ease. Their energy no longer feels familiar. Something about them feels off. It may begin with a shift in tone, a coldness in their voice that wasn't there before, a forced politeness that feels unnatural, a lack of enthusiasm when they speak to you. Then you notice their attitude. Conversation feels strained. Their responses become shorter. Their laughter doesn't sound genuine. Their body language tightens when you enter the room. And most of all, their presence feels heavy. Not physically, spiritually. You may not be able to explain why. You may not have proof yet. But something in your spirit is alert. Something deep inside you recognizes that their intentions, their feelings, and their energy have shifted. This is not imagination. This is not insecurity. This is spiritual intelligence. When someone around a chosen one is about to be revealed, their spirit becomes restless. They cannot maintain the act. They cannot hold the mask steady. They cannot pretend to care while secretly envying you. Their soul begins to glitch under the pressure of its own deception. Their behavior changes because their conscience is wrestling with the truth. You may notice signs like avoiding eye contact, acting distant or unusually quiet, appearing irritated when you talk about good things happening in your life, giving you strange looks when they think you aren't watching, making small comments that feel like hidden insults, gossiping more frequently, becoming overly curious about your plans, asking questions that feel invasive. These shifts are not accidental. They are symptoms of exposure. This is what happens right before the truth comes out. This is the spiritual shaking before the revelation. This is the tension in the air before masks crack open. The pre-exposure phase always comes with discomfort, not because you're in danger, but because your spirit is adjusting to incoming truth. You are being prepared to see someone's real face, the face they've been hiding behind smiles and false loyalty. And on November 30th, the pressure becomes too much for them to handle. Their emotions slip. Their words betray them. Their disguise falls apart. Not because you are searching for signs, but because the spiritual realm is pushing the truth into the open. Their heart cannot hide what their energy has already revealed. Their intentions cannot remain disguised when God has decided it is time for you to know. This exposure is not happening randomly. It is happening because God is tired tired of seeing you stand next to people who secretly question you, tired of watching you love individuals who don't value your spirit, tired of seeing you give loyalty to those who would never return it, tired of seeing you pour into people who secretly celebrate your setbacks. God does not allow hidden enemies to remain hidden forever. There comes a moment when the truth must rise, and for you, that moment is November 30th. The discomfort you feel now is not the problem, it's the preparation. The shift in energy is not the threat, it's the warning. The strange behavior you're noticing is not confusion, it's confirmation. You are not imagining anything. Your intuition is accurate. Your discernment is sharp. Your spirit is wide awake. This is the warning before the revelation, the final signal that truth is about to surface, and every hidden intention around you will soon be exposed. One of the strongest exposures taking place on November 30th will be jealousy. The quiet kind, the disguised kind, the kind that has been sitting right in front of you while pretending to be support. This is the jealousy that hides behind compliments, that masks itself as concern, that pretends to be happy for you while secretly being bothered by your growth. And the truth is, this form of jealousy is more dangerous than hatred. Hatred is obvious. Jealousy is patient, silent, and calculating. It watches you from up close, smiling, while secretly hoping your blessings slow down. Some people around you have not been cheering for you the way they pretended to. They have been silently comparing themselves to you, measuring your life against theirs, keeping one eye on your progress while doubting their own. They have been watching your steps, your blessings, your opportunities, your glow, and somewhere deep inside, resentment has been growing. Not because you did anything wrong, but because your growth highlights their stagnation. Your blessings expose their insecurities. Your light reveals their shadows. These people admired you on the surface, but resented you in secret. They praised you publicly, but questioned you privately. They offered support, but held envy in their hearts. Their spirit has been wrestling with the truth for a long time, and on November 30th, that internal battle can no longer stay hidden. Jealousy cannot remain disguised when God decides it's time for exposure. And here is a reality that many chosen ones struggle to accept. Jealousy rarely comes from strangers. It almost always comes from people close to you, those who shared your victories, those who were present during your struggles, those who knew the sacrifices behind your success. Envy grows where proximity exists. People who watched you climb the mountain often feel the most threatened when you reach the top. These are individuals who saw your journey. They saw you grinding, praying, sacrificing, and pushing forward. They saw you break cycles, outgrow environments, and evolve spiritually. Yet even after witnessing your effort, they hoped your results would never exceed theirs. Something in them resented the fact that you overcame what they still struggle to confront. On November 30th, jealousy will no longer be able to hide behind polite smiles and empty compliments. It will leak out through their words, their reactions, their tone, and their behavior. You will recognize it not because you are looking for it, but because the exposure will be undeniable. They might make a joke that cuts deeper than it should. They might offer sarcastic comments that reveal how they really feel. They might downplay your accomplishments so they don't have to acknowledge your growth. They might act strangely distant because your success triggers their insecurity. They might suddenly become competitive with you, even in things that don't matter. They might start asking questions framed as interest, but rooted in envy. Their reactions will no longer match your blessings. Their tone will no longer match their words. Their spirit will no longer match their smile. Jealousy has a way of revealing itself through contradiction. A jealous person cannot genuinely celebrate someone they secretly envy. Their energy betrays them. Their timing betrays them. Their behavior betrays them. God is exposing this jealousy now because it has become spiritually dangerous for you. Jealous energy is not just emotional. It is spiritual poison. It drains your strength, lowers your vibration, and blocks blessings that are meant to reach you. When people carry jealousy in their hearts, they unintentionally anchor you to their insecurity. And where you are going next, you cannot afford that weight. This exposure is not designed to break your heart. It is designed to free it. It is a form of divine protection. Because where you are rising, you cannot carry people who secretly resent your progress. Where you are headed, you cannot bring individuals who pray for your downfall while pretending to stand beside you. Where God is taking you, only genuine hearts, clean intentions, and loyal spirits will be allowed to go. November 30th marks a spiritual separation, the dividing line between those who truly support you and those who only benefited from being close to your light. The difference between those who clap with joy and those who clap with jealousy hidden behind their hands. This exposure is not the end. It is the beginning of a new chapter. A chapter where your circle becomes smaller but purer. A chapter where your path becomes clearer. A chapter where the wrong people fall away so the right people can step in. And once jealousy reveals itself, you will finally understand why God needed you to see the truth. Because your next season requires protection, discernment, and distance from anyone who cannot celebrate your rise with a clean heart. Chosen one, you have a history of showing loyalty in places where loyalty was never returned. You have stood firm in seasons when others were wavering. You gave your trust to people who were not prepared to honor it. You kept promises long after others stopped keeping theirs. You supported individuals who would not have lifted a finger for you. You loved people who only loved the benefits of being connected to you. And yet, even with all of that, you continued to choose love over bitterness, compassion over ego, and integrity over revenge. But betrayal always leaves a spiritual footprint. It is a stain that does not disappear just because someone tries to hide it. People can pretend. They can mask their behavior. They can defend their lies with convincing stories. But energy never lies. And when betrayal sits near a chosen one, the spiritual realm begins to reveal it piece by piece. Someone in your circle has not been loyal. Someone you trusted has been wearing two faces, the one they show you and the one they reveal to others. The friendly voice in front of you and the critical tongue behind your back. The supportive attitude when you're present and the jealous frustration when you're gone. Someone you opened your heart to has been sharing things that were meant to stay private. Someone you poured into has been quietly sabotaging your progress. Someone you believed in has been speaking negatively about you when they thought you would never hear it. You may not know who yet. You may have suspicions, but no proof. You may feel tension around someone without being able to explain why. But God sees what you can't see. He hears what you don't hear. He knows the conversations you were not present for. He knows the motives behind actions that confused you. And he is tired of watching you walk blindly into places where betrayal hides. On November 30th, something is going to break the illusion. Something is going to reveal what has been done in the dark. It might be a message someone accidentally sends. It might be a conversation you overhear. It might be a confession from someone who can no longer keep quiet. It might be a slip of the tongue that reveals more than they intended. It might be a strange action that forces you to put the pieces together. It might be a sudden comment that gives you clarity. It might come through someone else who feels compelled to tell you the truth. But however it comes, you will know. You will feel the shift in your spirit before your mind processes the information. You will feel the sting of realization, but you will also feel the relief that comes with knowing the truth. Betrayal is painful, but hidden betrayal is dangerous. The kind that drains your spirit quietly, the kind that confuses your intuition, the kind that keeps you emotionally tied to someone who is spiritually working against you. That is the betrayal God is exposing on November 30th. This revelation will not be your downfall. It will be your release. It will free you from illusions that were meant to collapse. It will remove attachments that were holding your destiny hostage. It will clear your path of people who were only walking with you for their own benefit. And most importantly, it will protect your future. Because where your journey is heading, you cannot afford to carry disloyal energy. You cannot move into your breakthrough season with people who do not believe in your calling. You cannot enter your elevation surrounded by individuals who are secretly threatened by your growth. You cannot embrace your next level while carrying the weight of someone's deception. This exposure is not an attack from God. It is protection from God. He is removing the snakes from your garden before your harvest arrives. He is clearing your environment so your blessings can grow without interference. He is cutting off the hands that were stealing from your spirit. He is revealing the truth so you can walk forward with clarity, strength, and peace. It may hurt to see who it is. It may disappoint you. It may shock you. It may break something inside you for a moment. But it will also free you in ways you never expected, because the betrayal you didn't see coming was holding you back more than you realized. And once it comes to light, you will finally be able to move into your next season without carrying the weight of someone who was never meant to walk beside you. You've had people around you who smiled in your face but felt bitterness rising in their soul the moment you turned away. You've had people who acted friendly, who clapped for you, who told you they were rooting for you. But deep down, they were hoping you would slow down, stumble, or stop shining so brightly. These weren't enemies. These were pretenders. People who stayed close not out of love, but out of curiosity. Not out of loyalty, but out of insecurity. Not because they wished you well, but because they needed to keep an eye on you. And now, as November 30th approaches, that spiritually charged day, something powerful is beginning to shift. The energy around you is rising. Your intuition is sharpening. Your spiritual frequency is being elevated. And because of that, the people who have been pretending can no longer keep their masks in place. God is turning up the light around you. And when the light gets brighter, the shadows can't hide anymore. On November 30th, you are going to witness a revealing, not in loud, dramatic ways, but in subtle, undeniable ways that speak louder than words. These people will expose themselves in one of three clear ways. 1. Their attitude will shift. They may become colder, shorter, or strangely irritated by things that never bothered them before. Their friendliness will suddenly feel forced. Their responses will feel dry. Their presence won't carry the same warmth. 2. Their patience will run out. Your growth, your confidence, your elevation, it will drain them. Fake supporters can only pretend for so long. The more God lifts you, the less they can maintain their disguise. Eventually, the hidden jealousy begins to poke through. 3. Their true emotions will slip out. It might be in a tone, a comment, a facial expression, a moment where they forget to act. Their envy, frustration, or insecurity will surface. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. You will notice. They may become passive-aggressive. They may become distant. They may stop pretending altogether. They may show irritation when you speak, even if you say nothing wrong. Watch their body language. Watch their eyes. Watch their reactions when you succeed. You will feel the shift. You will sense the change. Your spirit will alert you before your mind understands why. This exposure is not happening because you did something wrong. It's happening because you did something right. Your light is increasing, and people who are not aligned with that level of growth simply cannot stay hidden in your life anymore. They can't fake their energy. They can't fake support. They can't fake alignment. When your frequency rises, anything that is not real begins to fall away. Some will expose themselves because they can't tolerate watching you win. Some will expose themselves because your success exposes what they have not done. Some will expose themselves because being around you forces them to face their own insecurities. Either way, the mask falls. And as painful as it might feel, this revelation is divinely necessary. God is clearing your path. He is removing people who drain you, doubt you, envy you, or silently compete with you. He is cutting ties you didn't even know were holding you back. Because what comes next in your life requires authentic people, not pretenders. Real connections, not convenient ones. People who celebrate your elevation, not fear it. God is getting ready to send people who pray for you, people who uplift you, people who see your value, not your vulnerability, people who love your spirit, not your potential benefits. But before the genuine ones arrive, the pretenders have to go. November 30th is not exposing them to hurt you. It is exposing them to free you. This is the spiritual separation before the blessing, the cleansing before the breakthrough, the unveiling before the upgrade. Their true colors are finally showing. And that's not a loss for you. It's a victory, because every fake person that leaves creates space for the right one to walk in. Every chosen one reaches a moment in life where God steps in and says, enough. Enough of carrying people who were never meant to walk with you. Enough of tolerating emotional confusion disguised as loyalty. Enough of accepting the bare minimum from people who benefited from your strength but never matched your energy. Enough of pretending not to see what your spirit already knew. Every chosen one eventually arrives at a spiritual crossroads where God removes the fog, tears down the illusions, and exposes everything that has been hiding in the shadows. November 30th is that moment for you. This isn't just another date on the calendar. It's a spiritual checkpoint, a divine turning point, a moment where God decides to reveal what your eyes missed, but your soul kept feeling. On this day, God is exposing what has been happening behind your back. The conversations, the energy, the silent envy, the fake smiles, the people who clapped with their hands but cursed you with their heart. He is uncovering the hidden intentions of those who drained your spirit, distracted your focus, and disrupted your peace. This is the day God shows you who is truly with you and who is secretly against you. But here's the deeper truth. The truth most people never understand until they go through it. Exposure is the beginning of elevation. Before God elevates you, He cleans your environment. Before He blesses you, He removes the blockages. Before He multiplies you, He purifies your circle. Before He opens new doors, He closes the ones you kept forcing open. Every time God exposes your enemies, it means your blessings are getting closer. Every time fake people fall away, it means real opportunities are coming. Every time the wrong people exit, the right ones are preparing to walk in. Every time truth rises, destiny gets unlocked. God is not revealing these things to break your heart. He is revealing them to break the chains that were holding you back. This exposure is not here to create chaos. It is here to create clarity, because clarity leads to alignment. Alignment leads to purpose. Purpose leads to abundance. And God is preparing you for something far bigger than you can currently see. He is preparing you for new connections that elevate you, new opportunities that expand you, new blessings that surprise you, new doors that require courage to walk through, new spiritual assignments that strengthen you, new levels of abundance that transform your life. But you cannot walk into this new season carrying the dead weight of deception. You cannot reach your next level with people who were never supposed to be part of your future. You cannot rise while someone secretly hopes you fall. You cannot be blessed in environments filled with hidden intentions. So understand this clearly. November 30th is not a warning of danger. It is a warning of transition. You are stepping into a season where nothing fake can survive around you. Everything hidden will come to light. Everything unclear will be clarified. Everything disguised will be exposed. Everything that drains you will be removed. Everything that distracts you will be cut off. This is not punishment. It is protection. God is removing what was limiting your growth. God is clearing what was blocking your blessings. God is ending what should have ended long ago. God is shutting doors you were too loyal, too patient, or too loving to shut on your own. The truth is coming, not to hurt you, but to free you. Because real freedom begins when truth enters the room. Real peace begins when fake energy leaves your life. Real growth begins when God removes the people who are quietly damaging your spirit. This is the spiritual reset your soul has been craving, the cleansing your heart has been praying for, the transition your destiny has been waiting for. On November 30th, God is shifting you, not sideways, not backward, not in circles, but forward, into truth, into clarity, into protection, into purpose, into the next version of yourself. And when the truth finally reveals itself, you will realize God wasn't taking anything from you. He was preparing you for something greater. This is not just a season of truth. This is a season of transformation, a season of activation, a season of elevation. And everything that falls away now is making room for everything you prayed for. As we come to the close of this message, chosen one, know this. November 30th is not just another day on the calendar. It is a spiritual awakening. It is the moment when truth rises, masks fall, and hidden intentions are finally revealed. Everything you have sensed, everything you have felt quietly in your spirit, all of it is coming together now. You are being shown who is truly aligned with your destiny and who was never meant to walk this path with you. This is not punishment, and it is not coincidence. This is divine intervention. You may feel shocked. You may feel betrayed. You may feel hurt. That is normal. But understand something crucial. What is revealed to you is meant to set you free, not hold you back. Every slip, every exposed envy, every subtle betrayal is a signal from the universe, from God, that your circle is being purified. These revelations are clearing space in your life. Space for blessings, space for real connections, space for the people who are meant to support your rise. Do not waste energy on anger or resentment. That belongs to the past. What matters now is clarity. What matters now is discernment. What matters now is stepping boldly into the next season of your life. with eyes wide open, spirit alert, and heart protected. The people who are meant to stay will rise with you. The people who are meant to leave will fall away, and that is a victory in itself. Remember, chosen one, the truth will always guide you toward your highest self. The truth will illuminate the paths that are aligned with your destiny and remove those that are not. You are being elevated in ways you cannot yet fully understand, but your spirit already senses it. November 30th marks a reset. It marks the beginning of a season where only authenticity can survive, where only loyalty can thrive, and where every blessing waiting for you can finally arrive unblocked. So stand firm, hold your peace, trust your intuition, keep moving forward, even when the exposure feels painful. Let God handle the rest. What is happening is bigger than you, bigger than anyone trying to deceive you, and bigger than any temporary discomfort you might feel. Your future, your purpose, your abundance, these are what truly matter. As you close this chapter, remember, truth is your ally, clarity is your shield, and divine timing is always perfect. November 30th is the day your spirit witnesses the unveiling, your mind grasps the reality, and your soul steps into freedom. Trust it, embrace it, and prepare to walk into the life you were always meant to live, unburdened, unstoppable, and unstoppable in your purpose. The revelations are here, and your rise has already begun.